What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and the main topic is that some English newspapers are reporting that Liverpool are offering Roberto Firmino a brand new contract as Jurgen Klopp's new attacking plan is revealed. So I will tell you guys all the details that you need to know in this video, and also many other latest Liverpool news before Inter play Liverpool in the Champions League knockout stages. We waited more than 2 months for the Champions League to continue, and it's finally here. What is your prediction for the Inter-Liverpool game, for the Paris Saint-Germain Real Madrid game? I will be covering that later tonight, this evening, so check back on my channel after the PSG Real Madrid game to watch the reaction to that fabulous game. Mbappe against potentially his next club, Real Madrid. It's going to be fascinating. Ramos against his old club, Real Madrid. Messi against Real Madrid once again. Really fascinating ties in the Champions League. And according to Football Insider, and the journalist who is reporting is Wayne Weissy, not sure how to pronounce his name, but Liverpool are set to offer Roberto Firmino a new contract ahead of the summer, and the Brazilian's future is in doubt with his current deal expiring at the end of 2020. In the summer of 2023, just like Mane and Salah's contract. But a Liverpool source has told Football Insider that Liverpool plan to offer Firmino a contract extension. Firmino turns 31 years old in October. And Jurgen Klopp is a massive fan of Bobby Firmino, and he believes that he still has a big role to play in the coming seasons, and I fully agree with him. Even if Firmino will be second choice striker behind Diogo Jota, he's a fabulous option to have. And you just don't find Bobby Firminos out in the world anymore, and I think it's much cheaper to sign him on a contract extension than to replace him with a 50-60 million pound player who will not be even as good as Bobby Firmino straight away, that's for sure, because Firmino exactly knows how Liverpool play. And even though he's very inconsistent and he's not scoring as many goals as he used to, now that Diogo Jota is banging in the goals, we need Firmino, I think, still in the squad. And he will maybe transition to a different role in the upcoming seasons. But it was evident in the Leicester game that that Firmino could still play as a number 9 or as a number false 9 for Liverpool, and Luis Diaz was on the left, Jota started on the right, so Firmino could still play up front for Liverpool. And he has now played 314 matches for Liverpool, scoring an incredible 94 goals and getting 73 assists. So that is 167 goal contributions in 314 games. That's more than one goal contribution per two games, and I consider Bobby Firmino a Liverpool legend. Even though he's not as great a goal scorer as Mo Salah or Jota or Mane, he still has been an absolute legend at Liverpool, a fantastic servant for Liverpool throughout the years. And let's hope that both Mane and Firmino and Salah can sign a contract extension, and we can continue with this incredible 5-man attack in the squad going forward into next season. Because imagine how fabulous it would be that not only did we have, Salah, Mane, Firmino next season, but imagine if we, of course, have Jota, Diaz and Minamino. I think we could withstand injuries, loss of form, all kinds of things, and maintain a high goal scoring level, something that is very much needed to just keep pace with Manchester City, because their attack and their attacking options are breathtaking. And now Liverpool have a very close to Man City attacking potential, maybe even more if you think that if you think just about the attacking players. From midfield and from defense, Man City score more goals, but in attack, I think from the attackers, Liverpool have the most goals in the Premier League, and let's hope that continues for many years. And yes, it will come, the time will come when Jurgen Klopp will have to break up this fabulous front three that served Liverpool so well throughout the years. Salah, Mane and Firmino, they have won pretty much everything there is to win in club football apart from the FA FA Cup or the League Cup, but we could still win those trophies this season. But that time is not right now, and that time is not in the summer. I believe, and I think Jurgen Klopp believes as well, that Liverpool can keep these three players for the next 2 or 3 years still and produce magnificent results still. The other side of the coin is that Liverpool are still working hard to recover the financial situation after many months without fans in the stadium. And of course, if you look at the Premier League rivals Arsenal, it's a cautionary tale that they gave huge contracts to Mesut Ozil and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and then they were sitting on the team but not playing, basically sitting on the bench or even in the reserves and collecting their huge salaries. And Arsenal found it very hard to get rid of them. Eventually they did, but it ate into their financial possibilities, and Liverpool don't want to end up in the same situation. But I think that Salah, Mane and Firmino are all mother professionals, much more than Aubameyang or Mesut Ozil. So I think especially with Salah there is very little risk giving him a big new contract. And pundit former Liverpool player Danny Murphy has claimed that Jurgen Klopp is trying to mix things up at Liverpool. He said, when you look at the youngsters that Jurgen Klopp is bringing in, you can see he's trying to mix things up at Liverpool and change things a little bit. Luis Diaz looked tremendous against Leicester. We've got Harvey Elliott back, Curtis Jones is getting back to his best, Ibrahim Konate is young, Jota is also quite young, firing in goals. You can see it's a bit of a long-term plan going on with Liverpool at the moment. People say Jota is a number 9 now, but these guys play all over the place. He's on the left, he's on the right, he's through the middle. He's just got this wonderful knack of gliding into great areas. His goals to games ratio is phenomenal, and his technique, he's so calm around the box. He was the first player to come into Liverpool and get people discussing that the front three of Firmino, Salah and Mane might not have to be the answer for the next 5 years, and that's what Liverpool want to do with Luis Diaz as well. And I think this is a perfect plan for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool to maintain their high standards and challenge for trophies for the next 5 years, because Jurgen Klopp is thinking long term, even though he will be probably at Liverpool for the next 3 or 4 years and maybe not beyond. Let's hope he signs a contract extension, but it's still too far away. But still, Liverpool are planning even beyond that. Luis Diaz could play for the next 6-7 years for Liverpool. Same with Diogo Jota as well. And what is also very important is almost every major player that Liverpool signed has improved since they came to the club. Look at Manchester United and look how different they are to Liverpool. They signed big players for big money, and they are maybe not even as good as when they signed, but definitely not better. Tell me one player that Man United signed who went on to become much better than the day he signed for Man United. I mean, just look at Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo, Varane. All three players are not as good as they were at the previous clubs. And you could look at Paul Pogba or other players as well. And I'm not sure how you guys feel about James Milner, but Fabrizio Romano's latest update is that Liverpool have offered James Milner a 1-year contract extension. Talks are now on the way. Jurgen Klopp wants Milner to be part of the team next season. Talks will continue in the coming days and weeks. It's up to James Milner now. I think Milner won't play much next season, I will be honest, but he's a brilliant leader to have around in the dressing room, and he was also a brilliant utility player. He can play across the midfield in all positions. He can play left back, right back, even as a right winger. He could be utilized if Liverpool have too many injuries, but let's hope that isn't the case. But I think Milner is just great to have around the squad, and his salary probably won't be too much, and you don't find many leaders like James Milner. He's like a second captain in the dressing room behind Jordan Henderson, and he's brilliant to have around. He's a brilliant leader, and he's a great guy and a very model professional to teach the young players coming through at Liverpool how to behave on the pitch and off the pitch. He's leading by example and also leading by giving team talks sometimes. So he's just a fantastic, experienced player to have around. So don't just look at James Milner on what he can do on the pitch for Liverpool. Imagine what he can do off the pitch for Liverpool for next season. And he's just brilliant to have around. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, maybe Fabio Carvalho when he comes in. next season, it would be great to be guided by James Milner. And Virgil van Dijk said that he absolutely loves playing for Liverpool. It's an amazing place to play football at, and he doesn't take it for granted anymore, especially after his injuries. He said, I always appreciated playing, and I wouldn't say that has changed. Maybe I appreciate small moments more, but I was already in the frame of mind that I don't take anything for granted. I have a good mindset. I play for arguably the biggest club in the world with one of the best teams in Europe, with the quality of players that we have and the manager. It's an amazing place to be, and I'm not taking it for granted. I'm enjoying every minute of it, and it was really tough to be out for such a long time, missing so much football, being with the boys, preparing for games, winning games, traveling, being with the fans. But I'm still the same Virgil van Dijk. It was tough because I went from playing consistently for 2 years to being out for a year. Missing the Euros was a tough thing for me. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, and this injury happened. I've recovered, I'm getting better, in my opinion, every day. I'm just enjoying my football. And what a brilliant guy Virgil van Dijk is, one of my favorite players at Liverpool. And also congratulations to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who wins the PFA Player of the Month award for January. The Liverpool right back helped Liverpool to 7 points with a 2-2 draw at Chelsea, and after that victories over Brentford and Crystal Palace. He provided 2 assists, and he's bang in form, and long may it continue, and let's hope he doesn't get injured because we don't really have a great backup for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I have an incredible statistic for you guys. In 2022, so in this calendar year, Fabinho has scored more goals than Haaland, Kane, Messi and Ronaldo. That is absolutely crazy. Fabinho has 5 goals in 7 games in 2022, I think. That is absolutely brilliant. And Liverpool needed goal-scoring midfielders to step up this season, and thankfully Jordan Henderson has banged in some goals, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has banged in some goals, and Fabinho is now our unlikely goal scorer lately. And that's brilliant. So Fabinho has 6 goals already, Henderson has 3, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has 3, Naby Keita has 3, Thiago has 2, Virgil van Dijk has 2, Trent has 2, Andy Robertson has 1, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Kyle Gordon, they all have 1 as well. Liverpool are sharing the goal scoring burden a lot more than last season and maybe the season before, and that's always a good thing when you can rely on different goal scorers to win your game. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will try to get a FIFA 22 Liverpool career mode episode done before the Champions League games, but if I can't get it done in time, it will be uploaded definitely tomorrow as well. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later. Bye.